Hello everyone, welcome back to Etu tutorial. I am Dr. Etu, and in today's video, we're going to learn how to create one of my favorite visualizations in Tableau, the diverging bar chart. If you enjoy data visualization and Tableau tutorials, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content. Now, to what we're going to be doing today, we'll be using Tableau's most popular Superstore sample dataset to create a visualization. And our goal today is to analyze bookcases profit by region. So I've kind of created it previously, and you can see that on the screen. Superstore regional profit by subcategory, which is bookcases, right? So this example will help you understand not just how to build a diverging bar chart, but also why it's such a great way to show positive and negative values side by side, as you can see in the visualization, right? We can see what regions are actually making profit for this superstore and what regions are losing money, right, for the superstore. Now, so what exactly is a diverging bar chart? It's a type of bar chart that shows values diverging from a central point, usually zero. And you can see that here, right? We can see that central point, which is zero. And you can see the bars going left or right. It's basically perfect when you want to highlight contrast, right? So when we're thinking of profit and losses, like what we have on the screen, or satisfaction versus dissatisfaction, or agreement versus disagreement, right? So many ways we could use it, apart from a profit and loss perspective. We could also use it to visualize survey results, where you want to show the percentage of people who agree on one side and those who disagree on the other side. One thing I would point out is that the key idea is that a diverging bar chart instantly shows direction and magnitude. So it lets your decision makers or the viewers spot where performance dips or excels, right? In whatever um, parameters you are trying to visualize. All right, so let's head into Tableau and start building. We'll filter for bookcases. We will break it down by region, and then we'll format the bars to diverge around zero so we can clearly see which regions are making profit and which ones are in the red. So everything that I showed you here, we'll basically do it together so you see how this came about at the end of the video. All right. For the data set, as I mentioned earlier, um, we're using the sample, um, the Superstore data set. So I will include this data set in the YouTube description. So please go over there and download this data set. All right, so let's drag the order sheet into our data model area. That's the sheet we'll be working with, and we can see the entire data set there. So now we can proceed to sheet one and create a calculated field called profitability. Now, the goal for this calculated field is to show all the products that are profitable. So any product that's profitable would use a positive sign to show it, and products that are not profitable will be shown with a negative sign. So just a simple um, equation. So it is greater than zero. Yeah. All right, so apply. Okay, so that's it, profitability. So it's going to be a true or false, right? Now we'll drag the profit into the columns and regions to the rows. All right, so you can see our region there, central, east, south, and west. So I'd like to just put this as a entire view, right? So everything shows this way. So this is a bar chart, right? Then the next thing we'll do is drag that profitability into the color. So it would highlight, um, it would help highlight the colors for us. But remember, this is Boolean, which is 1 or 0, true or false, right? So it's not going to show immediately. So we'll do something to help, to help it show and create that diverging bar chart that we're looking for. So let's drag the profit to the label, right? And we can see all the different amounts there. And this literally just labels all the different amounts saying, the central is $39,000, the East Coast is $91,000, and so on. Now we're going to put the subcategory into the filter card. And then remember, our goal is to look at it for bookcases and would filter based on bookcases. So drag your subcategory into filters and then just select bookcases, apply, and okay. So you can see how all of that changes, right? So previously, it was looking at all the subcategories, right? It had not filtered it based on a particular subcategory of interest, right? So automatically, you can see that that divergent bar chart has been created, right? Now, before you only saw true, now we have true and false, right? So with the aspect of color, color is very important. So we want to show what region is actually making us profit in this data set, right? So we'd highlight that with a dark color, and then those ones that are not making us profit would use a gray color for it. So we could do that with the true or false, right? So we just click on it, edit colors, so let's go down to green. So for the true, I'll go with the dark green. For the false, I want to go with the light gray. So Seattle grays. I think this one. Maybe we could use this one. Um, okay, no, let's go back and use this one. So apply, click OK. Now I want to make sure that all of this shows, like, edit the currencies for all of this and make sure the dollar sign shows there. So click here, format, numbers, custom, no, sorry, currency, should be on currency, right? Make sure you put it at 0 decimal places. All right, that's what we want. We don't really need the x-axis anymore, so we can take that out. Just unclick it. Right, we're trying to make it look exactly like this here. Let's format and remove all the grid lines. So go to rows, make sure it's none. Go to columns, make sure it's none. Right. We can leave this axis ruler for region, or we can take it out. Let's take it out. So insert that would be in rows. None. All right. And then take out this region here. Just hide field labels for rows. All right. Then let's format the chart and make sure we have uh, the same font size all through. So let's just go to sheet and let's make it 11, right? For the color, yeah, let's make everything black. So yeah, so font size 11, make everything black. And finally, I would like to sort it, right? So let's sort it so that we have, the south coming first and all of those things. So uh, should we say, mm, let's see, if I say descending, no. So let's say sort, mm, I'm just going to do manual. So I want the south to be first, then the east would come next. Yes, that's basically how we want it. All right. Then what else? Let's put the title. So double click where it says sheet one and just say, oops, Superstore regional profit, subcategories, and then uh, I'm going to select the subcategory because we're filtered on that subcategory already. So it's always going to come out. So if I apply it, right? So you see, because we filtered on bookcases, we don't need to write that bookcases. If I decide to filter this on something else, it will basically show that category here. So let's edit this. I want this to be, let's use Tableau medium. Yeah. So let's use Tableau medium on that. Apply and okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to kind of create a dashboard so I can show this on a dashboard and not have to worry about, this legend showing or any of those things. So go to your dashboard, select the size, make it a fixed size. Then the width, I will just say 600. It's a small chart, so I don't really need so much. Then 200, right? So that's okay. So maybe I can increase this a little bit. Let's say 300. Yeah, 300 is fine. Then I want to drag a horizontal container in there. Then I would just drag the sheet one into that horizontal container. All right, so I can take this one out. Good. All right, so I think I already have it on entire view, right? So we have the title showing. Then maybe one last thing I could do is grab a text and just say created by, uh, yeah, that's fine. Just center it. Okay, so let me just put the 2025. All right, so that's basically how we create a diverging bar chart. Please, if you found this helpful, um, do not forget to like and subscribe to this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye for now.